Alright everybody, today we're going to be unboxing some more stuff. And of course, I'm limited to 15-minute videos on YouTube, so we will go through Knick Knack Box and see how far we get. Okay, let's get started. The video is set up a little differently. And my mom and I packed all of this stuff up and we're going to go through the unboxing of it together. I didn't unwrap everything, so although I've seen it before, it'll be a surprise for both of us. So I'll have to put up with the crinkling paper. I don't know who makes this, but it's a tiny, I don't know if that is technically a juice glass or shot glass, but it's blue, and I thought it was cute. This is a Royal Norfolk made in China Santa mug. Nothing too special, but again, coffee hag. This is a Fire King. I don't normally grab the clear glass, and I don't think it'll be worth anything, but my husband likes salsa. There's the Fire King on the bottom, and he eats salsa out of those all the time, so I figured I'd grab it. Now, my mother made a project for my grandmother, and these are really dusty and teeny tiny and small, but they looked like Delft cats, and I'm certain they're not Delft, but they're these teeny tiny little blue and white kitties, and they had been glued down to this shelf, so I plucked them off of there, and I think they'll clean up nicely, but they were just adorable little kitties with a bucket of spilt milk. And I did see some online, but I thought somebody would appreciate them. This is a Mark Twain mug quote from Shoebox Greetings, 1986, Hallmark. When I was 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around, but when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much he had learned in 7 years. So that, I thought, was funny. I have my mother's silverware set, and it's in its original box. We used to eat with my grandmother. Oh, wow. It's got some condition issues, as you can see. But it's a full set, including the serving silverware. It's all marked, but old. Don't know if it's worth anything, considering that it's in its big original box. I don't know, but I will look it up. She wanted to part with it, so I will help her with that, or I'll just hang on to it. Owls! Oh, I forgot about this little guy. He's cute. He's just this little, and he's got like a little white spot on the back of him, so I don't see any markings on him, but he does have little mushrooms on his little trunk in the back there. The dogs are barking. A set of cufflinks. I don't know if they are worth anything. They have a little bit of weight to them. Pluck one out and see if it's got a 925 or anything. I doubt they're. While I love my grandparents, my grandfather's 94. They grew up in the Depression, so they don't have a lot of stuff that's actually expensive, I guess is how I would say that. Top quality. This is an opera made in West Germany harmonica. No idea if that's worth anything. It's got some rust on it. It's old. My grandfather was in World War II. He was in the Marines. His boat was hit He and one other crew member were the survivors. He was stranded on an island with that other crew member. This is the top to a pedestal candlestick. That second crew member, when they were marooned on a small island, they were the only two survivors. That other gentleman committed suicide. They were stranded there for 21 days. They were eventually found after 21 days. My grandfather and that gentleman's body. So he went through quite an ordeal in the service. Got the paperwork from that. This is beautiful. It feels like brass. It's very heavy. But that goes with this little doodad. For that. At any rate, he doesn't like to talk about it, but we've got the paperwork from the service when they mailed his family, my great-grandfather, a letter letting them know that he was lost at sea temporarily, missing in action. So yeah, I have a lot of military stuff. Long story short. This is from Spicer, Minnesota. It's a dog that's supposed to be lifting its leg and peeing into a shot glass. I don't know where the shot glass is. But it says, does your drink taste different lately? Spicer, Minnesota. That is probably not gonna sell, but it's funny. I have a ceramic cat that I swear I just saw somebody from the Facebook group I'm in show in a Goodwill Dollar Days video that had somebody's initials on the back of it. They're still fresh out of the box. So here's another ceramic cat. He is just made in China with a label. This one doesn't have any markings on the back of it. I think it was just a ceramics project. So nothing. I have yesterday's box on the other side of me so that I have a place to put all the paper. So eventually when I ship these out, hopefully. All right, so we have more boobs. So again, just a quick disclaimer. This is full frontal nudity. It looks like she's either singing into a microphone or smelling a flower. No maker on the bottom of this, but just want to give you fair warning because I think it's a nice thing to do if I'm going to show you something naked. I should warn you ahead of time. There is a set of 2 of these, but here it is. So here's the first of several booby mugs in my grandfather's collection. She seems like a nice girl. I'll put her away now. I'm sure there's some gentleman on the internet, or maybe a lady, who would like her. And there's 2 of her, so maybe they want a set. They had a lot of these. I remember these all growing up, and I'm sure in other boxes I'm going to find more of these. But they're the old, this one's called Paula, 1971, made in USA, W213. To a hell of a swell of a guy, #1. And you see these all over Goodwill all of the time. Here's one of many that I remember boxing up. Oh, there's another one right on top of it. He looks like a dopey drunk guy, like I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Into each life some rain must fall, but this is ridiculous. I love that old song from the Ink Spots. Paula, 1973, Rain Must Fall, TM, W349. I don't know why they had so many of those. They were just very popular in the 70s, I guess. I'm watching the timer. Oh, remember from the other video I was talking about the men's Avon line. This is Wild Turkey Wild Country Aftershave. I have to hold it up to the light because the last one had fluid in it. But here's the Wild Turkey intact bottle with lid. I don't know what that's worth. The German Shepherd, when I looked it up last night, there was a couple that were trying to be sold for like $40 or $50. It's like, I don't think that's a realistic price. Here is is a made in Taiwan ceramic kitty with green eyes. He's very pretty. He's got a little link on his neck, so I think he used to have a chain. He must have been connected to something at some point, but he is cute. He's got holes in the bottom of his feet. He looks like he might have had pads on the bottoms of his feet at some point. It's very cute. I don't remember wrapping him up, so my mother must have snuck him in there. There's another Avon item, I believe. It's not marked, so I'm not 100% sure. But Lighthouse? Anybody? Is this an Avon item? My mom thought it was Avon, but I don't recognize it, and it doesn't have any marking on it. I mean, it says 4120 on the bottom. It looks like maybe a W. We're learning together, isn't it fun? Let's see, what's next? Oh, another eagle. My grandparents were very patriotic. Made in China. I take it back. They were Chinese. Eagle on a log with some rocks, in good condition, doesn't have any broken wingtips. So I am going to appeal to the page. Nothing to see here, folks. Then there's also this, what I guess I would consider a very dusty, vintage, old lead weight and leader, and my husband makes these and I can't for the life of me remember what they're called. But Booby Alert second mug. So there's the set, and there's a bobber and a light bulb, and probably some sort of spores, potentially in the bottom of that mug. Sorry, watching my time. I have a couple more things I can probably get away with before needing to restart. So I'll show you. Let's call this the last thing, and then we'll restart for video number 2. Like I said yesterday, my grandmother loved to show, losing my mind. She loved to put ribbon on everything. So this is another ribbon item. This is Homco, made in Taiwan. It's got that weird like cross and arrow thing on it. I don't know what that symbolizes, but here's a dusty kitty. Its little paw up with this red ribbon on it. So actually, let's end on one other thing because that was kind of boring. So I'll show you one cool thing. This is the first lunar landing of mankind, John F. Kennedy Space Center, Florida commemorative plate souvenir trays / gifts made in the USA. And it's very dusty and it has never been taken out of its plastic. So it is just like this wavy glass tray souvenir. So that's kind of cool, collector's edition type thing. I'll have to dust it off, but all right, so let's end there and we'll restart with the rest of this box in another video. Thanks, guys.